Hello, everyone. We are here. I'm Ismael Rodriguez, and I'm here with Elle, Elle DeVries. And yeah, we are going to do some light languages today. We are going to direct these light languages to opening our heart chakra and in general, all our senses so that we can come back to our alignment, our self-alignment, so that we can bring to our partners, to our friends, to our relatives, the best of us, just effortless, without anything to think about, without planning anything, just being yourselves. That's why it's so important to get into that alignment and to that inner balance in ourselves.
I just want to add to that. I feel like a lot of us, we get so closed off to being in a relationship and being in love that we just remove the sense of feeling, and often we need to remove emotions, or at least the emotional attachment of loops, but we don't want to remove that clairsentience that is so powerful of feeling. And so we want to bring in these light language just to enhance the feelings in our heart of love frequency, as well as the senses in our body. So attaching more energetic frequencies of love to our touch, our sight, our hearing, our smell, and our taste, and this way enhancing the love frequency in our lives. And I feel a lot of us are open to this, not needing to go find a mate to settle down with. On the contrary, if you're ready to find a mate, it's to enhance and to advance. And if you're not ready to find a mate, this is to enhance you as well, to get to know your senses more, get to know that frequency and feeling of love, so that we can ground it in to where we are, anchor it in. Are you ready?
I have something to say also about this. Most of the time when we speak about relationships, our mind goes to someone exterior, someone out there. Relationship is also a relationship with yourself, with you need to start understanding that there is a relationship with the oneself, with yourself. Often we live life just as we are a camera that is experiencing everything that is out there, but we forget that there is something within us that has relationship in many aspects with yourselves. And there is that inner dialogue that some people has also mentioned, that means that you are getting mad because you are having this chat with yourself. There's nothing about madness on that. That's you, your guides, and you with another part of you also talking to yourself, and also finding that alignment all together like a team. This is something that we need to get more aware, that relationship with yourself. This concentration, these light languages are going to be supporting that. So what senses we can activate and stimulate in order to find that relationship with ourselves, understand that relationship with ourselves, because otherwise it feels like it's just about something out there. And we are talking here about that start of relationship with yourself, with your self-care, with your self-love and self-enhancement in all ways and all aspects of your lives. If we have that in balance, if we have that in harmony, we can only bring love to others. Of course, we are going to be still human, and we can get upset with things, sometimes get states of maybe disappointment or things like that. Yes, of course, we are going to have all of that, but you are going to be always supported by that alignment, by that sense of self-love that you have inside. So the recovery or anything that you need to process about your partner or about somebody else, a relative of yours or something, it's going to be much faster. The process is going to be much faster because you have that alignment, and you're going to treat it with love. You're not going to be treating that with more anger or with more sadness or with more, let's say, frustration from something else that is accumulated there. You're going to get really, really into that energy that supports you and supports you to make things better and to make things more positive. So these light languages are all together for this. And yes, Elle, if you want to go ahead,
yeah, so if you guys are in the mood to connect to your higher self, we just call in benevolent divine archangels and ascended masters. You're completely safe to tap into your higher self and receive anything and everything that you desire. And bo shea hutu de shea kia ha tutara shea kia do taraba shea tutaraba shakia tutara ha shakia kutara shea kuto doda shea tutara ya tatira kotara ha shea kotara ya sa do darara shea tutara ya sa hilo tia kia kia kua do ya hasari tutara shea kia takotokara shea tutara here. So we're just having a massive flower just starting to grow, almost like Jack and the Beanstalk. It looks like a red rose, but just the stalk is so huge and very green. The leaves and branches go through your auric field, your energetic, through the growth. Just imagine the frequencies and any blockages you have in your system, just as it just grows right through it, just pushes through those blockages, just sending them out and transmuting them into source. The rose is at the top of the crown chakra. So much blossoming. Beauty and growth, beauty and youth, strength. All love frequency. Everything stems from beauty. When I say beauty, what do you feel? What do you see? What do you think? What do you hear? True beauty. Do you still see physical body form when I say beauty? Go deeper within, deeper. There is a star in you. Seek it, find it. Once you spot it, let it grow brighter, brighter. Oneness in love, oneness in light, truth of clarity shines so bright. I'm just going to hold that frequency and you can go, Ismael.
Visualize in the same place, just as a galaxy looks like, an spiral. They start expanding and expanding more and more. 解析武术啊，西哇，嘎西下那乌达一下，乌嘎啊下下乌哈塔西下哇 ，and start getting that sense, that same sense that gives you a galaxy when you observe it, that there is no limit, that spiral can grow and grow limitless. No limitations whatsoever. Hashishawa, Chisawa, Da Ishi Shiwama. Aseshi Shu Shishia Waka Isha Sha Diki Shuku Shutu Shukuata. Neisha Wata Tai Shishawa. Teneki Shushuku Shushu Shisha Waka Sheshe. Tika Uku Tushu Waka Isha Shawa. Neti Shu Waka Shishi Kukua. Sha 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 Sha. Then we do the same in our throat chakra so that we can also perceive and express that we are feeling, allowing the flow of energy coming to us. And not only when we are exchanging energy with another human, but let's start creating this circuitry with ourselves. So we can speak to yourself, you can give advice to yourself, you can talk to yourself, and you can express that love. And by practicing, you get to find out about another levels of communication that you can have with your inner self. Tashisha Udna, it has nothing to do with madness. It's self-constructive. Tisha kushata ishe niku tushukua. Ta nakatashu tata inta ufa nakashu. So from that heart chakra and love that we've been activating in our heart, we send also love and light languages to the throat chakra so that we can express and also receive energy through that chakra, limitless, so that we can start this conversation that will be having a fruitful impact in our system, creating more balance and harmony. Chawa chisha wututu shukua, tikawa papa shikawa papa tututu idita. Nanana wati shawata tintana upatana. Tishana kututua isha shawata. Neki okua tisha otitanaka utintikiata tishawakana. We can focus as we go on in different chakras, but it's important to bear in mind that you can absorb energy from every single part of your body. Every single part can send and receive. So we send also activation to all the other parts of our body so that they become receptors and senders of energy. Shawatishana, Ushishia, Titata Wumata, Tichakwa, Katishanama, Shikuatan Tikawa Shawa, Tushawata, Shishawa, expansion, Shawa, receive with all your body and send with the sense of all your body. That is not limited, but always expanding. Katshishawa, Tichana. The limitations is not defined by your skin, is not limited by your skin. You go into many, many other layers of who you are energetically. Hachu shawa chikawaka, chishana kutishana wana, uashawa tina wata, Elle.
Voy a toda shia kota ta sokoto da shia kia. Dutakatia tutarashakia ha tutarashakia hutarashiaki do hashako tarashia totarashihi do teshia tutarabashakia taribototarashia tirakototarabashatata o arashaka hia to ashahia do arashakia tatakototarashiaka o arashakia totabashiaka yo totarashako Botakabashatia kototarashako Ashakototarashi totarabashia kia totarasha Ashakotokotore kia totorosha tia totorashia kia totarabasha tira kototarasha Eroshorashi Orasha kia koreasa Boramashaki dotarabasha Ushakati de kotorashi Washia dora bashika do kashia o shekera kotariasa dora shaka yatare kotoriasa. And breathe in deep. Two more times. Last time. You are surrounded by love. You are love. Don't forget who you are. Stay in the frequency of purity. Ismael?
If when we are talking about love, someone comes to your mind, shall instead of the whole aspect of love, look at what things are still creating attachments with that person that you are bringing to your memory. Maybe there are things to forgive, heal, or process there. Often, when this happens, it's your own inner system telling you, you first need to deal with this and that and that. Is something as such is impeding you to feel your inner love, your inner balance. You have options to do more self-healing, ask for help to someone who can support you. And also, you can hear and listen to these light languages that are about to come for removal of any wound, removal and healing, of anything that might be there, stopping you from finding your inner balance, your inner connection to source. Shumbai shiwa ni yu chakawopai shakawotai chakawupatata upa enete shuko chachautai chaku papa chachaitacha una ishawa chichau tishi tushu tuwatai chawa tikawakai chua. So we can go to a space where you can see and feel the four elements. And then you can imagine this wonderful sunset. And connect all your senses to the air, to the earth, to the sun, and to the water. Listen to the water. Feel the beautiful, beautiful earth from the sea with the smell of the salty water. Hachusha watas. Nini wakata. Nea hawati sana watana. Tiana kuwata. Neni yaku huana ishawama. Neni kushintiana. And there, receive these light languages. Hashu shawisa and nakusana utiana. And wish the best to that person that is coming to your mind. Hanunia, hanatu sana kukaka, tenetia nakuta te suana kuhanata. Hatisha nakuanta. Seniyuaka nata isechi kumaka. Enika hutanati shawama. Chishanaka utata. And as we do so, we also send this love to ourselves. We also need to forgive ourselves. Whatever happened with that person has already happened. Chishawu bacha siyena. Huna nakuma te shisha naku kuana. And none of you deserve any punishment. But the contrary, love, chishawa kawa, freedom, and self-alignment. Shauma asush. So send these wishes to both of you. Hachua iwaka osesiuma chachuana. Tiana tushanawata. And stay there for as long as you need. Shawana tawusawachisha. Enjoy the moment. Don't look at this only as an exercise. Enjoy staying in these places with your imagination. Shawa, shawa, shwa, shwa. Wakana, shawa. Elle.
That was good, Ismael. I had such a beautiful vision just right there. I like that little meditation at the end. It is so important, you guys, to use your imagination, bring the feeling there, and bring it a little farther into the future. Remember the feeling from the past, bring it here, and bring it a little further, and let go, and then go do something exciting while you're in this frequency. Start living in this frequency that you're desiring. It's very important to, I don't know what your vision was with the love thing. I didn't have an X or anything come in my vision. It was very much a beautiful vision of love. And but I know for a lot of you, you're still going to have X's coming in those visions. So try and do it both ways, where you can have a beautiful relationship, even if it's just you in the water, reflection of you in the water. If you have children or pets, something of frequencies of love, tribe members, these kind of things as well. And yeah, it's very healing. It was very beautiful. Thank you, Ismael. What were you experiencing?
My experience was love in general to every single being in the planet. It's the more you find your alignment with yourself. For some people, it might sound like when you are dedicating time to yourself or not having love relationships, like you are separating from everybody else. Often during this last decade that I've been single, this is the contrary. I've been feeling that the more alignment I feel with myself, the more connection I have to everybody else in so many levels. And in so many levels that, what do I mean with that? Well, in so many levels that you can also get to this point when you can sense other people's feelings. When you are exposed to any situation with them, you are talking to them and just start sensing what they want, what they need, what the intentions are. So you are more capable to read what the other person is experiencing. So when you find yourself in that alignment, everything becomes clarity not only for yourself but also for the other person needs. And that's something like almost like an instinct. A lot of people say that something that is not achievable for men. That's totally BS, big capital BS, because if you are or you create alignment with your feminine energy and masculine energy, you get to achieve these things. And it's so important for relationships, for any kind of relationship with any being, to have this awareness and this awaken senses in all aspects of ourselves. That's what is gonna at some point create the peace that we are all wanting for millennia. We want to understand why we have these differences, why we get into this complexity, relationships and issues about so many things in life. Once you get this alignment with the relationship that you have with yourself first, everybody else, every other relationship outside becomes much more easy, much easier. Why? Because you get that clarity. It's not that it's a magic that naturally comes from any human when they find that balance between their energy, masculine, feminine, and also their self-love. It's like, let's say, like few sparks that we have within that when we put them together makes the flame, and that flame makes other flames around us to be alive instead of extinguishing them like we do when we are in lack of love or when we are wounded and we are desperate to grab someone just to heal yourselves. Maybe it's all about more looking into that alignment with yourself, that self-alignment with yourself that you will all find if you put really that intention. It takes time. It might take times. It takes time. Sometimes depends on what you've been experiencing. Every life is unique, but it's worth it. It's worth it every day. And just by me saying I've been single for 10 years, I don't feel shame anymore. Like I've been bombarded during these 10 years telling me, oh, how can you be, why are you so silly? Why you don't start a love relationship? And my answer was, I will do when I'm ready to do so. But first I need to improve my self-relationship with myself. I need to be happy with every aspect of myself. And then when I get happy, I want to share this happiness with somebody else. I don't want to be draining energy from that person. I don't want to be making that person to maybe slow down their dreams or slow down anything that they have in their life as an intention to do. I want to be part of it, like an extra energy that will facilitate and will ease the process of their evolution. And this is where we need to get back together. We were mentioning about that before, Elle and I, about that middle point where men and women needs to find that middle point, which is not only in a logical level, is much deeper than that. And in order to reach to that middle point, we need to be fine. We need to be well with ourselves. And this is vital. It's only vital. If we want a healthy social environment, if we want a healthy human collective, we need to start really from ourselves. There is no any other way around. We know that, and we are bombarded also by these messages, but these messages are sometimes in between so much media, so much bombarded information that we get from everywhere, that we don't go deep enough into them, and we don't dedicate enough time to meditate or process them. And it will be important to start considering that is the main thing. First of all, is the key point, is the access to everything else, is the portal to happiness. The portal to happiness starts from you being you, authentically you. If you keep lying to yourself, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get in a loop of repeating events that they're gonna feel like really madness, and at some point you're gonna get really desperate to come out from there, and you might fall into the state of needing someone to rescue from there. When we have always the access, constantly we have the access to that infinite love that we have within. And this is only a decision. It's a decision of taking some time in the day and taking some time for yourselves, guys, and do what you really like doing. Like my friend here, Elle, mentioned before, do things, engage in things that you like, but also in things that you like to do with yourself, in your own. Enjoy these things. There are so many things that can create so much fun. Practicing, to me, is music. To me, is basketball. To me, is designing things. Dedicating time to those things that really wake me up and give me, provides me life. And in that exchange of life and interaction with activities, you find yourself. It's much easier to find yourself when you are engaging into that frequencies that wakes you up and give you much life with the ecosystem around you.
I love that. I love it. I can't wait until more of us are out of this shallow frequency, where you can just be who you are. And even if you have chemistry with someone, it doesn't mean more than having chemistry of attraction and being drawn to each other, either to learn something or to, not needing to lock things down all the time. Because sometimes in my life too, often when I've been single, you'll be in that beautiful frequency of putting out, I'm ready for love, and you'll get these love suitors coming to you, and it's very beautiful that energy of interaction is there. And then the possession and the claims start to come in, and the convolutedness of sex or whatever it is that just, I don't know. I'm looking forward to these. Before, I was looking forward to deception being gone. Now I'm kind of over deception. I really see through a lot of deception. So now I'm kind of looking through to no more possession, jealousy, ownership. Ownership's a big one, This would fall into the copyrights and stuff like that too. But yeah, I
There's
feel
so much to talk about.
Oh, there's so much to talk about. But yeah, I feel like we're getting out of we're elevating, becoming less shallow and going deeper. I guess you could go either way, we're going deeper within. And I'm excited because I do know a lot of divine masculines, and there is a different frequency when a man is getting in touch with their feminine. And it's not that we're not still all working through our stuff right now, because we still have these human feelings. But there is just this level of security in oneself happening, and not wanting to be submersed anymore by anyone, or controlled by anyone anymore, and having that same respect for who you're dealing with, if it's friends, family, co-workers, strangers, just to have that space of that social distancing is so important, isn't it?
Yeah. What I constantly receive from a spirit, and this is something I was questioning myself from a very early age, because I have my parents fighting all the time. My question was always to the universe: there is not a way to find balance? Because I saw first my parents, but then I saw so many other couples outside fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. And we lived through that process, Generation X here, through those processes of seeing so many couples having these similar conflicts, and getting lost into them. So as I have been going on walking life, I kept asking this question, and I was receiving different answers, but I was always receiving a very positive answer. I was always receiving, it's possible, but it depends on both of you. So both parts, men and women, or if it's a lesbian relationship, woman and woman, you need to find, or gay relationship, man and man, you need to find that balance first in yourselves. You need to find that happiness alone. And then when you are alone and you are shining and you are happy, nobody can take that away from you if you don't want to. What is going to happen if we go to someone who is in that need of desperation and they don't look after themselves? That they are going to come to us just like if they were desperate to grab anything to get safe from that danger, from that fear that they are living, or problems or situations. It doesn't mean that we cannot help them, but don't interfere further in love with those people if they are not shining and blossoming as you are. So it's important to consider when we come to a moment of wishing a relationship, and you have in front some individuals who want to really be with you, it will be wise and intelligent to check that. How are they in their life? Give yourself some time to get to know each other, but not knowing the other person in order to grab information in a logical level. No, give yourself some time to feel how you feel merging with that person energies. So yeah, a friendship before getting into a relationship for me has been always a positive thing to do, to have someone who you can become really good friend, and then get farther or deeper into it if you feel like both going deeper into it. What happened when that moment happened? The friendships feels like breaking in pieces, because we still have memories from fear, from losing ourselves, from losing control, from losing stability. So this is how important, or to me it is, I'm talking from my experience, maybe for you something else or completely different, but to me it's important. And when I ask to my guides, that's what they tell me. So sometimes I feel that this could apply to many people as well, and that's why I'm sharing this with you guys. Is when you get to that point, you really need to create a space and get to yourself again. That doesn't mean that you need to go away from that friend or that relationship that you are starting with that friend. No, but bring more time to yourself and keep feeding your self relationship, your relationship with yourself, the relationship that you have been having that have allowed you to blossom. Keep having that at all time. Not it doesn't mean that when you say, okay, we have this wonderful friendship, this friendship give freedom to everything we do, but now we are involving here desire, sexual connection, and all of that. If we understand that only as a need that the other person can provide to you, and you make that of an issue, that is gonna control yourself. But if you keep yourself in your inner balance, in your divine harmony, that we can, and I have proven that we can. I mean, I've been tempted to sexual relationship during these 10 years in many, many occasions. And I have been able to say, this come first, this come first. So I do feel more and more that as we awake during this transition, that humans are reaching these energy spots within themselves where they can get this energy they need to discern when something will be right to do or not in that moment. Also based in the experience that we have had in this lifetime and in previous lifetimes before, that we can, in a subconscious level, remember. So we put all together and we can get there. We can get to that point where, is this really what I should do with my partner that was yesterday my friend? Today is my partner. Is this what I should do in this moment or in this moment? And for many people, that will mean a lot of work and a lot of effort. And I say, no, if you do these things with love, if you do this thing with that unconditional love that is moving you inside all the time, you don't feel that this is an effort. You don't feel that it's effort, it's effortless, because you just feel naturally to do that for that person. Why? Because you know that by you making that movement, it's going to benefit your partner. And we need to be that. We need to be that awareness of everything I do, I want to do it in order to benefit my partner, not to just get something from them, like we've been programmed, or what our emotions sometimes dictate. So we need to be learning more about our emotion from that state of being. And that's what we can do, learn about ourselves. Why I'm feeling jealous, why I'm feeling that I need him right now, or I need her right now. All that is a lot of learning. It's not a waste of time. For you guys, it's gonna be growing so much. You start by looking at this bit by bit and discerning what is one thing, what is the other. Because when you come to the moment of being with someone, you are gonna respect fully the other person. Not only that, that you're gonna find always the ways to bring something good for them. And that is what is a healthy relationship, where both can reach that middle point when you stop being selfish with those needy emotions, and you start really understanding that it's not about you or about them. It's about the importance of you first, them first, that they need to reciprocate. Like it has to be like something mutual, that they are aware each other, that they need to really love themselves, and then share that love that they create within themselves and exchanging with the rest of nature. That is the healthy relationship that we will get there. We will reach that moment when we are capable to do it if we want to do it. But first, we need to get to that choice, and we need to start choosing that positive way of understanding ourselves and others.
Stop looking for potential too, that you feel like, oh, okay, I can change this person, or on the vice versa, where this person is like, oh, I'm gonna change for you. And it's like, this is where like the relationships screw up too. It's like, no, you have to be very content of all your flaws, all your beautiful flaws, everything that makes up you, and then find somebody that you love their flaws too, and you love, what's going to be attractive to you is going to be so much different for all of us. Some people really like gifts. Some people really like help around the house. Some people really like to snuggle. Some people really like this and that. And these are all personality traits that we have within each other. So you get to know what is important to you. And that's what you seek for in a partner. It's not a certain look or a certain age or a certain anything like this. It's certain things that are important to you that you're looking for a friend, a companion, a lover to experience with. Like for me, sex has never been awkward for me. That's usually one thing that has led me in a relationship and locked me down very quickly. So for me, on being on the single aspect and just staying away from that has been really a different way for me to get to know myself too, right? Where it's like, okay, I can't lead with that chemistry, physical chemistry. I have to go deeper, because that physical chemistry, you can get that with a lot of people. You can get it with yourself as well. But when you go deeper as to what you're needing, are you needing hobbies together? Are you needing good conversation? Are you needing to eat the same style food? Do you enjoy traveling, cooking? These are things that you want to go deeper into, awakening creativity at such a soul level that is going to enhance you. Do they make you excited to go and do stuff? Is that what you're looking for? Or are you very active that you're looking for somebody to ground you more? These are so personal, and nobody can tell you what is the right relationship for you. You have to go within. You have to live with yourself day to day and say, I like my tomatoes this way. Mm-hmm. Ismael, I have to leave though, but I've had such a great chit chat with you guys, and thank you, Ismael. Always, that light language was powerful. I can feel it still.
Thank you, Elle.
Yeah, thank you.
And yeah, we have a lot to say about this subject. There will be so much to expand there. We will continue another day. Because it's a subject, a topic that Elle and I, we love a lot. And we feel that we get a lot of downloads about how we can ease that process, and is something that at the same time we feel that society and humanity demands.
Something's got to change there. We got power couples coming in, and we need to prepare ourselves for that. And don't miss the boat on something so wonderful coming in also. It's going to be a great experience if we do I don't even like saying do the work, because I feel like we're enlightened. I feel like we're ascended masters. I feel all this thing. I feel the belief and the worthiness is where we're lacking, and because it's on such a massive scale, other people are lacking in those departments too. So it is very difficult, let's say, another word I don't like to use, but to find that perfect. And why does it have to be perfect, right? Try it. Like if you're into dating right now, go and date. See what you like. A lot of people figure out themselves through people too, right? Go try on some people for size. Maybe sexually, maybe not. That will depend on you. And yeah, why not, right? Like just spice it up. And don't lock it down. Yeah.
Yeah, all of that just Elle just said triggers a lot of many topics to talk about them, but we will do in the following episodes.
Thank you so much
Thank
today,
you,
you
love.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ishmael, always. And look forward to next time.